Husbands and wives have roles to play in a marriage setting. Today, we'll be looking at the roles and responsibilities of both the husband and the wife in a marriage. Now, let's start with the women. What is the woman's responsibility or role in marriage? Number one responsibility or role is to be a helpmate. The Bible said, I will create you a helpmate for Adam. So her first responsibility as a woman is to be a helpmate. Who is a helpmate? A helpmate is someone that helps. A helpmate is someone that, assists in every way he or she can. Let me just use it since I'm talking about the women. A helpmate is someone that assists her husband in the way she can. That is why men can actually do their things by themselves. They actually need help. They need us to help them. So that aside, the second role and responsibility in the marriage setting is submission. The issue of submission has been overemphasized because it's been overspoken about. People misunderstand the word submission. People think it's slavery, but I describe submission as power under control. Yes, submission is power under control. When a woman doesn't play her role of submission well, the home doesn't really go well. Submission is one of the vital roles of a woman, and she ought to play that role very perfectly. Now, what's submission? Submission is not about rolling yourself on the floor for your husband, being a slave, like I said earlier, or just being a mugu. No. Submission is actually power. When I say submission is power, I mean it's with the act of submission, get anything you want from your husband. The Bible said that Sarah called Abraham Lord. Respect. Respect comes in line with submission. It comes together with submission. We say that, how do I actually get my husband to do this? How do I actually get my husband to do that? Do I control my husband? Do I use jazz or no? It's just an act of submission. There's a way you submit to a man. There's a way you lay low as a woman. Anything you actually want, you get it. Setting. Number 3 is to support and uphold your husband. Support and uphold your husband is very simple. Your husband is into business, you support him. A lot of marriages are actually crumbling because women want to always do their own thing. They always want to run their own business, run their own company, run their own career thing, and leave the man. Everybody's doing their own thing. So it's focusing on his own, so it's focusing on her own stuff. I'm not saying it's bad though, but as a woman, as a godly woman, you ought to support and uphold your husband. In his business, support him. It can be financially, it can be emotionally, it can be mentally. Let me tell you a secret. Men are actually weak. Yes, they actually need our support. The head can't stand by itself. It can't stay on its own without the support of the neck. We are the neck. Men are the head. So we have to help them stand firm, help them in any way and manner you feel you can help your husband. It can even be financially, help. Yes, help. It can be through your words of affirmation. It can be through the act of service. It can be through a lot of things, a lot of ways to help your husband, to support your husband as the neck that you are. And that brings me to number 4, which is encourage your husbands. I know a lot of ladies that actually nag their husbands because they are not really doing well or meeting up to expectations. Yeah. So one thing you have to do as a woman is to encourage your husband. As simple as it sounds, it's actually hard for some women to do. Yes, it's actually a hard thing. It's something that boosts their being a man when you encourage them. Oh, honey, you're actually doing well. See that stuff you did yesterday? You're doing well. Keep it up. Oh, honey, that speech you gave was really good. But if you add this, add that, it's going to be very excellent. Encourage them. Encourage them. Some of them are men are going through a lot of things that you don't know. And most men are not the talking type. They will not come and be telling you. Men, it's not even their nature to start complaining initially or start nagging like us. They're going through a lot of things that you have to help them. You have to encourage them. A lot of things they face out there in the market world and all that. Whenever they go out and their hustles and everything, they will not come and tell you. They won't tell you. So this sometimes might just actually take it in when they are having their gist with you. You won't know. Pray for them, support them, encourage them, help them. And that brings me to number five. Number five, which is intercede for them. You're a praying woman. You're a woman of fire. You're a kabakarababa woman. Pray for your husband. Many women neglect this. They neglect the praying aspects. Yes, they neglect praying for their spouse, for their husband. They feel it's about praying for the children, praying for money, praying for business exploits, praying for this, praying for that, but they neglect praying for their husbands. If you pray for the peace of Jerusalem, you that is in Jerusalem, you will enjoy. You will enjoy. So when you pray for your husband, for their prosperity, for wisdom, for understanding, intercede for them in the place of prayer. Is with these two news of ours that can actually get them like this? Sometimes most of them are even confused. They don't even know what to do. But with our prayers, God aligns them in the right direction. He aligns them in the right step in what to do, when to do it, how to do it, the right people to meet. So your prayers really go a long way in marriage. Thank you very much. Let's run down it. Let's run through the whole responsibilities of women. Okay. Number one, I said you should be a helpmate. Number two, I said you should be submissive. Number three, I said you should uphold and support your husband. Number four, I said you should encourage your husband. And number five, what? And I hear you say that. Intercede for your man. Pray for him. See you later. Bye.